Also, if you hear the sound of fans or a fan, that means I have a live studio audience. Also, if you hear the sound of banging doors, that is my father trying to decide where he's going. I actually have a 4th of July oriented picture I did draw, but I hate it a lot. So we're not doing that one. Because I don't think I can cringe my way through doing a whole video of that one yet. But the thing about drawing people kissing is it takes a while to figure out how heads work in kissing. It's really hard to draw sometimes. As you can see, I was struggling with drawing her correctly in the right position. He stayed the same. I just adjusted her because I liked the angle of him, so I had to adjust her to make it work. And as you can see, I'm doing the dark sketching, so I get the details and stuff. One of the things I really did like about this picture, I just kind of drew it, and then later I realized the genius of my art. So as you can see, I do this a lot where I'll like draw them separate and then erase things later. I'll erase certain lines later by what covers it up. But if I draw it all and then erase, then I feel like that helps me keep the realistic structure of how it would operate. One of the big things, and you'll see right here, is right there with her leg and where it's positioned. There's actually a stick shift in this particular car, and it was very important for me to remember there's a stick shift, which means where she's at right now, she might be on the stick shift. So I had to draw it and then have that realization, as you can see, and then readjust her leg accordingly to how it actually would be if she was leaning over to kiss him like that. Yeah, and then I took this picture of a car seat, car chair, whatever. I don't know what the actual term is. Because car seat is like a different thing. The thing about when I draw cars is I try to stay as true to it as possible. Oh, I liked how I did the design here. You can see that the design of her dress. Yeah, that was a nice trick I did. Because he has a specific car. And so I can't remember if I tried to do the car seats correctly. Hold on one second. Now somebody's sawing something, which is fantastic. You know what? Sometimes you try to do things and it doesn't work out the way you want it to. And sometimes you just gotta keep going. I've tried to film this. This is the 3rd time now. One time I did it, I tried to do it a few days ago, and I didn't do it because I was so depressed. I was like, nobody wants to watch a super depressed person. And more importantly, I don't want to sit and edit myself being depressed. I know you didn't get to finish it. I am so sorry. Life is hard. Maybe it takes you a little while to get back on track, but you gotta keep going. You can't stop. You can't stop trying. You can't stop doing. Because the moment that you do is when you've let external forces tell you what you are worth. I'm not saying you can't mourn. I'm not saying you can't take time to process stuff, but you gotta keep going. So I think what I want to make sure is when I do these videos is that it isn't just a, hey, look at the thing I draw in. The idea is I do it for me and then hope it inspires or encourages somebody down the road. I just am tired of explaining this picture over and over again. But it was one of the more fun things I drew. I liked the look in his eyes that I got. I did it and I didn't even realize the emotional drama that I brought into this scene. Because sometimes when you do art, you don't realize that it's art until you finish and you step back and you're like, wow, it's really good. When I draw stuff like this, it does give me a little bit of joy and hope back into the universe. Because the hardest thing sometimes that we can do is love. And it doesn't matter if it's romantic, family, friends, love for your community. Sometimes the hardest thing we can do as humans is choose to love. So, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great 4th of July. And sometimes life is a shit show, so I'm going to keep rolling with it.